What's going on? Scott Taylor with SanDiegoRealEstateHunter.com. On the heels of the last few emails of how do we get money for a down payment in San Diego, last time we talked about the 401k or tapping into your retirement account. This time, and I know this can be controversial thinking for some people, this time why don't we talk about the credit card? So this is something that I've personally done numerous times, not only buy in San Diego, but to buy it overseas as well, especially when I first started in my early 20s or at any age. I mean, age doesn't matter. I just know that I utilize this a lot, quite a bit from the very start. I remember one card at the time, a long time ago, was up to $100,000 limit. So I could tap into it, tap out, tap into it, tap out. So I kind of wanted to go into just the process that I would recommend that you potentially look at. Now, not everything that I talk about is going to work for you or work for everybody. I totally get that. What I'm trying to do is just open up the mind field, the mind thoughts, the ideas, right? We all have these limitations of things that can potentially work. So if you have, so look, just do this. So you go into Google and you can just put in best 0% APR credit cards or something like that. Or if you want to, you could do, Google credit card pre-approval if you want to see first if you're pre-approved. Now, I'm looking at it right now because I know a lot of people are like, Scott, we can't get 0% for that long. You can. I'm just looking at creditcards.com, zero interest. Here's one for 15 months at 0% interest, another 15 months, 15 months, 15 months, 14 months, 18 months, Bank of America credit card, 18 months, Capital One's 15 months. Here's one for 21 months, the City Simplicity card for 21 months. So essentially what that means is for that card, and again, check with them, 0% intro APR balance transfer period for 21 months. So think about that. So if you have, decent credit, if you have a job, right, you can check this out. So the idea is pretty simple. Let's just assume that you might have a credit card or two or whatever, but just listen this out. So the idea is simple. You need money, and we're assuming for the down payment to buy a home, or maybe you can use that to pay off debt that enables you to buy a home. So what you do is, obviously, you can go to a pre-approval offers, or you can just apply for those specific credit cards. Okay. Obviously you could check it out and say, okay, it's 0% interest for 12, 15, 18, 21 months or whatever it is, because that's what you specifically want to do. Okay. Then after that period, you have minimum payments, right, that are interest free. And if it's not paid off, then that's when you have the interest. And some of it could be retroactive to your whole balance from the start. So you'd want to check that out, obviously. Depending on the card, after that says your interest rate. I'm not talking about getting too creative. I'm just saying, hey, if you have 12 months, 15 months, 18 months, 21 months of interest-free money, I hate saying free, but interest-free money, you could do that. So you just want to understand what the terms are. Then essentially you apply, you get approved, and you take that money and do a balance transfer into your checking or savings account. And then you have that money in your account, okay? Obviously, we know that there's going to be a debt there, but once you apply online, we know what your middle credit score is. That's the one we use for mortgage loans. We add up what your current debts are, and if you use this strategy, you're going to have, a minimum monthly payment on that. We just factor that in. Your money is sitting in your checking or savings account. It's legit. We know it's there. We know it came from that source. That's fine. And then we just add in your future housing payments. So your current debt plus future housing payments equals total debt divided by your average income for 24 months equals your total debt to income ratio. So really, that's it. Once you apply for the credit card, you get approved. You understand the terms yourself. You wire in the money or do the balance transfer from the credit card into your checking or savings account, right? You apply online, whether you want to do that first or do that second, it's up to you. You apply online at my site. You apply, we run your credit, you upload your needed supporting documents, we get you approved for the loan, and then boom, you're out looking at real estate. It doesn't have to be super hard. We can keep it simple. And then, for you, ideally, you'd want to stay disciplined. You'd have that credit card payment that you want to make sure that you do. And something else that I'm thinking of, obviously you can't always count on that, but let's say that you have 21 months. Let's just say City Simplicity, I think the card was, it gave you 21 months of interest-free money. Now, obviously, you'd have minimum monthly payments that you'd want to factor in, or payments that you're going to need to do to pay off that card. So kind of keep that in mind. But you have that money that you can use for your down payment. So kind of think of it as, well, what if after 12 months, your price has gone up a little bit and you can refi and use that money to pay off your card, right? What if after a year and a half? What if you stayed in your place for a year and a half or 2 years and then you said, hey, I'm going to sell. I'm going to take whatever little profit there is, potentially pay off my card if I haven't done that, and then use that down for your next place. So all it is just a fairly, I don't think it's super creative, but a fairly creative way to get 0% interest-free money to either pay off current debt, which frees up more debt-to-income ratio, or use that as your down payment to help you get into a place. Obviously, if you have any questions about this whatsoever, or you want to run some ideas by me, shoot me a call, email, or text, and I look forward to chatting with you soon.